Get ready for the dictation. 10 seconds, 5 seconds, start.
Addressing the Conference of State Ministers of Agriculture, the Honorable Union Minister said, I am very happy that you have found time from your busy schedule to participate in this conference, which I consider to be an important one. I hope and trust that this conference takes us a step closer towards implementing the roadmap for meeting the challenges of today's agriculture. Ever since I took over charge as Minister of Agriculture, I have been planning to have this meeting with you. Many things are in my mind which I would like to share with you on this occasion and get your views on how we can change the face of Indian agriculture and increase the income of our farmers. Our government lays a great deal of emphasis on the development of this sector, considering that more and more people even today are dependent on it for their livelihood. I would like to point out that considering the favorable weather conditions prevailing at the present time in our country, it is our duty to increase the agricultural production as much as possible. In order to achieve this goal, we have to provide facilities like availability of credit, seeds, fertilizers, and water to our farmers. We would have to make concrete efforts to ensure that the institutions responsible for providing credit to the agricultural sector are able to meet the challenge and deliver. I would like to point out that till very recently, there were reports of shortages of fertilizer in some parts of the country, but I understand that the situation has now improved. The Department of Fertilizers also assures us that all fertilizers are available in required quantities in all the states. As you are all aware, scarcity of water is a major problem in our country. But with several programs for creation of more water resources, I think that we should be able to increase the availability of water for our farmers. I regret to point out that in spite of huge investments in the field of irrigation, the area under assured irrigation is very low. It is clear that there is an urgent need to recognize its scarcity value and improve its efficiency. Keeping this in mind, a micro irrigation program is now under the consideration of the Agriculture Department, which would help the farmers throughout the country. The next point I would like to refer to is about our horticulture. In order to increase the income of our farmers and provide employment, we have to increase the area of cultivation of fruits, vegetables, and plantations. With this in view, the central government is shortly launching the National Horticulture Mission that will provide a steady support to all states. As you all know, marketing is an important element in the success of horticulture growth. Considering this aspect, I would like to request the states to reform and amend their agricultural produce marketing legislation that prevents the private sector and other agencies to invest in developing marketing infrastructure or directly sourcing their produce from the farmers. I would like to add one more point regarding marketing of agricultural products. Distress sale by our farmers can only be prevented if there are adequate marketing facilities. For this purpose, a much more open market regime would be necessary, including direct marketing and contract farming. In view of the fact that large number of people depend on agriculture, there is need for providing opportunities for large-scale employment within this sector, including those for agricultural graduates. On the one hand, we are presently in a situation where the needs of the agriculture sector in terms of information, knowledge, credit, and inputs are large, while on the other hand, we have millions of unemployed youth in search of employment. I would like to point out that the problem is to put these two together and thereby provide opportunities for gainful employment. Before I conclude, I would like to share with you my deep concern on the low productivity levels in many parts of the states. As far as the level of variation in agricultural production is concerned, it is too large among the states even within the country. In these circumstances, Our researchers and extension workers have to work out various programs and policies to achieve better results. I would like to request the state governments to ensure that budget provisions for the agriculture and water resources sectors are enhanced.